So just jumped in the car, headed up to my friend Jack's house. Very exciting day. We've been working for a long time together while he's been ordering a Ford GT MK2. The car is supposed to be delivered in about 30 minutes at his house. And because Murphy hates us, it's raining. But I don't think that's going to stop anybody from taking the darn car out of the truck and putting it in Jack's garage. I'm really excited. I want to see the car. I want to see what it looks like. It's a super cool color combo. The Multimatic will let you do a one-of-one paint scheme where you can have the only one. And we kind of worked with them a little bit and got them to very closely replicate the car from Ford versus Ferrari. So the number one car at the end, the baby blue with red, and the number one on the side is the way this car is painted. And we actually tweaked the paint ourselves to the exact shade that we wanted so that it matched the car and everything was gonna be perfect. So we've really spent a lot of time trying to make sure all of it was as cool as it could be, and I'm really excited. So the GT is out of the truck, getting it ready to bring into the garage, and I gotta say, it really turned out great. We spent a lot of time trying to make sure that we got the color just right, and I think it turned out perfect. I love the color, I like the livery. The car is really stunning in person. It's really cool. It's got such a race vibe that I was really impressed with the street versions, but seeing the race version, it's even cooler. Some of the coolest things to me on this car, after getting it off the truck and getting it in the garage and checking it out, is the carbon fiber work is out of this world. It is really, really, really nice. You can just feel how light all the parts are. The interior of it has got a crazy blend of race car and street car. The steering wheel is just amazing. Normally you get in a race car and the steering wheel is very all business. A lot of the switches and everything are just, all put in there. This is like one complete unit. It almost looks like an OE thing, and it's got all the thumb wheels and everything. Super, super, super cool. The roll cage is integrated so tight that you almost don't even notice it till you open the door and you got to climb over it. But really neat. The engine bay is very, very, very sanitary. So it's kind of a neat blend. Like if you look at a straight race car, they're much more raw than what this thing feels like. This thing feels like almost the OE level race car, where everything's so well thought out and engineered and put together, and the fit and finish on it is just amazing for a race car. So if you think that these things look like race cars in person, they have that vibe for sure. But the quality level of them and the fit and finish much higher than a normal race car. So it sounds like they're really fast too. We've got some other friends that have had them out, and we've heard of times down in like the 210 at Coda with people kind of just starting to feel them out. So looks like they're really fast, they look really good, and quality is awesome. Some of you might really notice this diffuser that sticks out on the back of the car. It is an exceptionally functional piece. There's some really trick stuff on here that they didn't have on the previous generation that kind of piques my interest. Some of you may know that the diffuser that we manufacture and that we run on our car was inspired by the previous Ford GT version of this diffuser. Now they've got where the center section actually protrudes a little bit further, which is interesting. I'm thinking that that's probably because of the shape on the back of the car. It's interesting to me that they wouldn't just kind of mimic that shape, but there's got to be a reason, and I'll kind of do some research and try and figure that out. You'll also notice that it's very low and the strakes are super long. You know, that's what really tips you off that this is a functional aero piece, because the lower these strakes are to the ground, the better they function, and the harder it's going to drive that diffuser. And then you can also see the orientation between the wing and the diffuser, because the air coming off the back of this diffuser is going to shoot up and help drive the wing. So you can tell that they spent a lot of time thinking about all of these little details and kind of making everything work. And it's super fun to see it in person. If you look at these swan neck wing supports, there's a ton of neat tricks in these as well. The front edge is all radiused for airflow, and then the back is knife edged. And that's to kind of try and keep the airflow attached and not have a bunch of turbulence and wake coming off of the wing supports. They also have these super trick hardware bits here to attach it that are actually dead flush. So when you look at it, I'm not even 100% sure how this works, but I think it is extra cool. There's no drag or turbulence or anything that's going to cause disrupted airflow on the wing on this. It's a super cool setup, and I need to figure out what these are because I want to use them. So there you have it. An in-depth look at the delivery of a Ford GT Mark II. Really got to say thanks to Jack for letting us come out and check it out and be a part of it. It was super fun to see, and super fun to see it coming off the truck, and knowing that this is the only one that will be painted in this livery makes it extra cool. So hopefully we could twist Jack's arm and he'll take it out to the track sometime and we can get some video of it making laps. So, till next time.